Every great city has a great river. London has the Thames and Paris has the Seine. Shanghai has its river and creek. Yet the river and creek were heavily polluted in the 1980s. Some waterfront areas became the last place citizens ever wanted to visit. Today, in sharp contrast, the waterfront has become home to many popular venues for tourists and citizens. How did the city make this change? Let's explain. The two rivers that nourish Shanghai the most are the Huangpu River and its major tributary, Suzhou Creek. Stretching for 113 kilometers, the Huangpu River ranges between 300 and 700 meters in width. It divides Shanghai into two sections, east and west. The 54-kilometer section of the Suzhou Creek in Shanghai runs through 6 districts and is 40 to 50 meters wide. They connect at the landmark Waibaidu Bridge at the Bund, which was the first all-steel bridge in Shanghai. In the 1980s, the waterways in Shanghai were seriously polluted due to rapid industrial growth and population expansion. Suzhou Creek was no exception. Garbage floated on the surface, dilapidated buildings lined its banks. In this photo taken in the 1980s, the dark river is Suzhou Creek. It was almost black at that time. But at the end of the 1980s, Shanghai began to take action. Heavy polluters were shut down. Harmful waste was dredged and removed. Stricter regulations were put in place to protect the waterways. To encourage more citizens to participate, the concept of river chiefs was created in 2017. Each chief is responsible for the conditions of a section of a river or lake. In Jiading District, for example, 545 chiefs of rivers and lakes work closely with 1,751 volunteers to keep the waters clean. Some foreign residents contribute as well. By 2021, 80% of the major rivers in Shanghai had reached the standard for drinking and fishing. Water cleanup was only the first step. The city also connected the public spaces along the waterfront for a multitude of uses. Over the past 20 years, nearly 3,500 enterprises and institutions have been relocated from along the Huangpu River, and the freed-up riverfront land has been mainly used to build green areas, parks, and plazas. From the Yangpu Bridge to the Xupu Bridge, this 45-kilometer riverfront is now open to the public, where people can walk, run, and cycle. New sports and leisure facilities cover an area of 550,000 square meters and include about 40 new spots for skateboarding, rock climbing, and other activities. Along the shoreline of Suzhou Creek, factories have been converted to art studios and culture-related businesses. Historical sites have also been renovated and become popular spots for photographers. The famous Sihang Warehouse and Shanghai Post Museum are prime examples. Today, you can scan a QR code on site to hear an audio history of the river. You can have breakfast at a time-honored restaurant by the riverside. You can also take a leisurely cruise trip in the river. In a nutshell, the city is breaking down the barriers to a multicultural society. The revitalization of the river and creek waterfront was so well done that it was recognized and awarded by the United Nations during World Cities Day of 2022. Shanghai's river and creek are the epitome of the city's urban development. They tell the story of this great city.